To make this prosthetics, you'll need scissors, plastomorph, cotton, something to shape and mold your piece on, preferably a face mold or something similar, liquid latex, flour, mixing bowl, and foil. I'm starting off with creating the shape of the pumpkin stem. Pull a good enough amount of foil depending on how large you want your stem to be and mold it into the shape you desire. You can always add, snip, cut, whatever you want until you're completely happy with what you have. Either use your face or your mold to further shape your stem to fit properly. For the latex paste, pour it into a mixing container and stir a little flour at a time until you get the perfect, thick, oatmeal-like consistency. Next, lather the paste onto your piece and also at the base and smooth it out with regular latex. Don't worry about the rough edges, the texture and lines add to the details of the stem itself. Honestly, you could do without the cotton squares, but I used it as an outline for the mouthpiece and shaped and applied the paste to form the jaw. To make the teeth, pour boiling water into a container and add the plastic beads. Wait until the beads turn clear, then you're ready to mold and shape your teeth. Just be careful not to burn yourself and allow it to cool off a little before you begin to touch it. Finally, flatten and snip your teeth before the plastic cools completely and you are ready to go. Press the teeth deep into the latex, add texture to your stem, and let it dry overnight, or at least up to 4 to 6 hours, just to make sure everything is good and dry. Use the flour or powder to remove the prosthetic and trim off the excess pieces and shape it the way you want. For the fingers, wrap them in aluminum foil to the shape and length that you want and seal it with masking tape and paint it over with black acrylic paint, or whatever you have. Just be really gentle, not to smush and close them. Okay, so I will say this, a huge mistake that I did make, I didn't do this right away. I didn't get a chance to, after I made the prosthetics, to actually sit down and do the makeup tutorial for this look until days later, and I will tell you, they do dry up, and when they dry, they shrink and shrivel. So this was really, really hard for me to actually apply it to my skin and my face the way it fit naturally, like once I actually did this. So I would definitely say wait until you're ready to actually apply and, you know, execute whatever look that you're doing when you're using these prosthetics, instead of waiting and then it dries up and then it won't fit properly. So I did have to use a lot of cotton and a lot of latex, which wasn't really great in the first place, to kind of give it support. So it didn't sit on my face how it was supposed to, but I mean, it's creepy and gory and it doesn't matter and it doesn't really make a difference. Anyways, pretty much all that I did was I applied the prosthetics and I painted underneath black so you couldn't really see my lips and my chin and whatever else skin was under there. But it does get hot under there, so I started to sweat, so the paint kind of melted. And I'm just kind of going in with some paints. I did use my homemade scar wax to plump up my cheekbones, and I stuck some of those beads that you see, the decorations and stuff, and, you know, kind of painted randomly. The paints that I'm using are the regular brown Walmart paint that I had, and the rest are Mayron Paradise paint in black, orange, yellow, and red. And, you know, I'm just really randomly painting everywhere, and I love it because I didn't need to be precise with anything. I didn't need to be nice because this is gory and crazy, and it just, you know, paint until it works. And this kind of looked really gross to me, but you know, for the teeth though, I would definitely suggest, instead of using like cream or water-based paints, to use an alcohol activated paint, because it'll give it more of a washed, stained look instead of like super bright and pigmented. But you know, it's not gonna work for me because I don't have it, and it's extremely expensive. So eventually in life I will invest and get more alcohol based paint so I can make it really look realistic. But use what you have is the way I always go. I don't know why I just clapped, sorry if you can hear that. I'm just going in with some black eyeliner to fill in whatever gaps that I missed, and some fake blood, you know, make this gory. Add a wig if you want. I kind of like it without the wig. I don't know why I added it. Well, that was what I intended in the first place, but I like it either way. One looks really like a really gross girl, and the other looks, I don't know, beautiful though. Just paint your hands, paint whatever else you want. I didn't want to do my entire arm, so it kind of looks like those really long sleeves that I've always wanted to get, but I never did. I should get one. Yeah, I'm just talking randomly now. And yeah, apply your fingers and you're good to go. So, you know, all right.